Hi, and welcome back to another video here on Ronnie the Reader, and I'm Ronnie. I am not reading in today's video, but I am talking about reading adjacent things, and that is going to be some of the apps that I use to kind of encourage reading. So I have my phone here. I'm going to do a little bit of screen recording and talking about some of the things that I use. So there are three, I would say, main apps on my phone that I use, and then there is a fourth website that can be an app that I do use. So two of them are going to be obviously Goodreads and StoryGraph. Now, I don't have the StoryGraph app on my phone just because it was not really working, and then I logged out and could not log back in to it. So I use that on my computer primarily, and I really like StoryGraph because you can kind of track like your charts and things. They make it really easy. You can really do the half-star ratings, unlike on Goodreads, and you can kind of break down your review into different categories and then write a physical review if you do want it. So there's definitely a lot of features on StoryGraph that I really like. Obviously for Goodreads, which I do have the app for on my phone. I don't use it too often. I primarily will do a lot of my stuff on Goodreads that I am doing on my laptop as well, on the desktop. And Goodreads I enjoy because it just is a larger catalog. They have a lot of lists that are great to look through. It's kind of easy to find some upcoming releases and track authors and kind of see what they're up to if you have some, authors that you're really into and want to follow their works as they come out. So it's just overall, one of the, I'm going to use the word better book options, book cataloging options out there. I do think there are aspects of Goodreads that are challenging. Obviously, the big thing of only being able to give full star ratings. They don't have the option for half star ratings, which at this point seems like they should be able to do that. Navigating through editions on Goodreads and cataloging books that you've read more than once is definitely difficult. And so that is a little bit of a frustrating aspect using the Goodreads app and kind of writing reviews. But I do enjoy the way that Goodreads has a layout. I do like being able to see the books. Like if I'm on a book, I like seeing my friends' activity on that book first and then getting into some of the more general reviews. Definitely easy and clean and convenient to do it that way. The two other major apps that I use are really for my audiobook listening. One is obviously Libby, the library app. I kind of exclusively get my audiobooks from my library. The other app that I use is very similar. It's Hoopla, which I have a library card from back home in Maryland, and that is what is connected to my Libby account. And then I do have a library card here in Phoenix as well. For the Phoenix Public Library System, and that is connected to Hoopla. Now, I don't use that one as often as I use Libby. Libby I'm on pretty constantly. If I'm in a reading mood, I will usually check out 5 to 6 audiobooks at a time. And it doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to read all of them, but I just kind of see what I'm in the mood for, start a couple, and then we'll see which ones I want to finish, which ones really pull me in. It's personally for me, and this goes to audiobooks, not necessarily app, but I'm a huge narrator person. If I don't connect with the narrator or I find the narrator's voice to be a little aggravating, then I tend to enjoy a book a little bit less than other times. Now, there are some audiobook narrators that I've gotten used to and just can, go with it. But there are some, just the kind of cadence of the way they tell the story does bother me. Not to call anyone out, but I do think this is a huge reason why I did not like a lot of Ruth Ware's earlier works. I don't really connect with that audiobook narrator, and I did start the It Girl, and in addition to the It Girl just being boring, I did not like the way the audiobook narrator was reading the story. Again, that is a side tangent. Getting back to the book apps, I will sometimes use Libby to, ebooks are available too. Primarily for audiobooks and using the Libby app, I will get audiobooks of mystery thrillers. That's my favorite genre, and I know a lot of people don't really like them in audiobook form, but I really can just consume them super, super quickly. And then for ebooks through Libby, I usually will get mail romances is typically what I'll get as an ebook. For Hoopla, the things that I enjoy about Hoopla is that you can really get as many books as you want within a certain month. I think there is a limit, but I've never really come close to hitting that limit. I also have never experienced wait time, so it seems like if something is available, then like if it's on the app, then you can get it immediately. Very much less familiar with Hoopla because I kind of use that as my backup. I check to see if something is on Libby first, and then I'll check to see if it's on Hoopla, and if it's available immediately from that, then I'll usually end up getting it. So that one I'm not really browsing often for things to read, unlike with Libby, where I'm just kind of searching through the catalog and seeing what's available. That's overall the 4 main apps that I use. I definitely recommend my favorite app of the 4, even though they're kind of separated in 2 categories, is Libby. Obviously, it's the one I'm on the most often, primarily because I really access Goodreads and StoryGraph through my computer. I don't really use the apps too often. Hoopla, as I mentioned, I'm just kind of not on as much. But let me know, what are some of your favorite book apps? I have in the past used Scribd. I forget what it's called, but I got rid of it because I just didn't want to pay the membership every single month. But that was really convenient because they really have a ton of catalog, or a huge catalog, a ton of available works and things for you to check out. Definitely am open to getting that again in the future, but at this point in my life, my library apps are doing just fine. So yeah, let me know what apps you've used, like I said, and what your favorite apps are, and if there are any apps out there that I should check out. I know Libro FM is one that a lot of people use, so we'll see. Yeah, and I will talk to you again soon in another video. So thanks so much for watching, and have a good day. Bye.